There he is. Bad boy battery Ben.
How are you?
You know what's it's like, like a bad boy battery Ben should be like, it's like I want you to have like a leather Harley vest on or something. What do you think?
I have a black leather jacket I could start wearing.
Might be a little too hot, though. That might be it. For everybody who doesn't know, aside from being the bad boy battery Ben, is that Ben is also our trusty news director over at Komando.com. And so you've been doing something that I've been wanting to try, and I actually bought Barry the whole shebango for Christmas, is VR.
I did. I'm going to tease that because we talked about that on the Tech Refresh podcast that hit today. But I'm going to be reviewing Lightboxer for the Oculus headset, and that's going to be coming up. I'm waiting on that. They're supposed to Lightbox. It's not even available yet, so they're sending you like a preview link to try that out. So I'm waiting on that, which is why I haven't tested it.
So that's like where you're getting some exercise.
Yes. Yeah.
Did you know that my grandfather, or it was my great grandfather, is in the Guinness Book of World Records as a featherweight boxer. A featherweight boxer. That's right.
Really?
Yes. I think he weighed 128 pounds. Skinny little guy, right? So anyway. All right. So that's
I had no idea.
So what are you talking about today?
Nothing quite as fun as VR. It's more of one of those household staples that I haven't done in a while, but rest assured that it has a battery in it.
Okay.
Okay, so no matter where you live, right, what's one of the things you have to have? You got to have furniture. You got to have pots and pans. You also have to have a vacuum, right?
Yes.
But you don't need like a big vacuum for everything. So one of the ones I got to try out, think of this as like a dust buster, but on steroids. Right?
Really?
Yeah. So go ahead and roll a little bit of the video on this, but this is the Eufy HomeVac H30 Mate handheld. So it's for those small jobs that you don't need, just to pull out the big vacuum for. And this is Eufy. This is the same brand of that RoboVac that I reviewed last year. So, which did pretty well aside from that whole mopping part. A couple things about this: 2 suction settings, tidy charging station, couple of detachable tools like a crevice tool, a mini motorized pet brush, which I'll get to. Only weighs 2 pounds.
Oh, that's nice.
So, so it's pretty lightweight. It doesn't have Smart Assistant or anything like that. It would be cool if it did, but really I don't know what I would use it for. Setup was easy. Doesn't look out of place on the kitchen counter when it's on that stand. As far as how well it vacuums, I'm not going to get into everything. Like, I didn't even know this. You start reading about suction power, and you start seeing things like air watts and kilopascals, and I didn't know. So I just wanted to kind of put it through some real world stuff. First test, basic. Oops, I spilled some cereal on the counter. So you do this, no attachment, picks everything up just fine. Second test, my 19-year-old son's messy SUV. Now, my wife took the vacuum out for that, and this was, little bits of food on the floorboard, dog hair on the seats. She said it did okay, but we're kind of used to, shop vacs for the outside stuff like that. The biggest test, and you've already met, well, at least you've already seen her, Daphne. That's our 6-month-old yellow lab.
She's pretty.
She is pretty. I'm actually a little side by side. Out of the picture, but that's her on her favorite spot where she sits by the back door.
Oh.
And she is a shedder. That's her at 3 months old and her at 6 months old. Yeah. A couple things about her. She sheds like crazy, and she likes to destroy stuff. Like, I'm talking, she'll shred an empty Amazon cardboard box in no time.
Nice.
Same goes for my wife's flip-flops. She loves those too. That cleanup usually requires bigger vacuums or just picking things up. But the shedding, I'm talking about blonde dog hairs everywhere. So I tried this on her favorite dog bed, which, fun fact, used to be my bed. This thing did well. Yeah. So you put on this motorized tool, and it actually did really well. Just, drag it over a couple times,
Now,
gets everything.
can you vacuum Daphne with that?
I've tried. She won't stay in one place.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Because, because the Dyson, I have a Dyson, and the Dyson has a dog attachment, and it has like these, like these metal things that come out and it's just like rakes the dog. And Abby likes it because it feels good. Like, you're scratching her like this. But then once you turn on the Dyson, she's like Freaky Friday, like, so that didn't work.
Yeah, we have a couple of Dysons too, and Daphne's kind of we have two older dachshunds too. They don't care about the vacuum. They don't even notice it. But Daphne, because she's so young, she'll like charge at the vacuum when the Dyson's out, like trying to, just like paw at it, and then she'll, like, it's a game. So, but yeah, this one, the Handheld, she didn't know about it, so no, she won't let me get close to her with it. But it does pretty well. This is what I use when, like, the Dyson is just like, I don't want to take it off the charger. I don't want to take off this attachment, put on the smaller attachment. This does okay on the dog beds, the couches, the little hard to reach corners.
It's nice. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it does pretty good in the cars. Now, a couple, the caveats: only lasts 20 minutes on a charge.
Ooh.
Small vacuum, small battery, and it takes like 3 to 4 hours to charge back up. High pitched when it's on the max setting.
Oh.
Like when you turn it up and you crank it up, it's like it gets a little annoying. It's not the most ergonomic grip, kind of a thick grip. If you have small hands, probably a little uncomfortable. $180, which when I first saw it,
that seems like a lot of money for that.
It is. And I thought so too. And I looked, and it's like, yeah, you can get these little Sharks or Black and Decker, less than $100, $50. A lot of them don't have. I mean, I saw some have like 10-minute battery life or 12-minute battery life. So I was kind of surprised this one actually has a few more features. It is a little more expensive than some of the options though. So that's why, while it is, yes, it's a fine vacuum, it's good for those small jobs. It only gets 3.5 pinheads because of the price.
So it kind of sucks.
Yes, but not necessarily in the good way.
Oh, all right. Well, the whole review is going to be over on the website at Komando.com, of course. And then, are we talking VR next week, do you think?
It depends on if I get that light box. And I can come on and just talk about some of the things I've done with the VR aside from that.
I think we should do that. Let's, because I know we covered that in Tech Refresh, which, by the way, if you're not getting the Tech Refresh podcast, folks, you're like totally missing out. So search for Tech Refresh with Kim Komando and friends, and Bad Boy Ben. Battery Bad Boy Ben is one of our friends, and of course Allie and Matt are on board too. And so, because you were talking a little bit about your whole VR experience, because I really am going to open that box this weekend, because I know it's been kind of late. It's almost a month since Christmas. Can you believe it? But we've been a little busy, and we had to move, we had to pack, and then we were like in COVID land, and now everything's back to normal. Yeah. So I might call you over the weekend and say, hey, how did you solve this? Or how did you fix that? Just to let you know.
Well, I'm going to try the air guitar between now and then. I think you and or Barry should do the same.
Well,
do the air guitar on VR.
Okay, but I need to see the video. I mean, I want to see the video. Oh, you know what? You might want to put your leather jacket on for that. So you're sitting there and you're like, just pretend, it's...
Then it'll get warm, but yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Something like that. Hey, Ben, thanks for joining us. Great as always. And folks, just a quick reminder is that if you're not getting Tech Refresh, make sure that you do sign up and